What if all water on Earth instantly turned into a non-Newtonian fluid? What do you think of waking up to the news saying that all the water on Earth has turned into blobs? Yeah, I know, weird thought, but that's what my fries got me thinking today. I was just trying to enjoy my snack, and that dumb ketchup inside the bottle just didn't come out. I tried hard, and then, boom, a whole blob shot out. And that's when it hit me. What if water worked like that? What if rain just thudded onto your roof like wet cement? Like every single fluid and even the stuff inside your body started behaving like a non-Newtonian fluid. Do you think we'd be living the same lives as we are today? Well, probably not. First things first, plumbing in our houses would be out. Water won't flow down pipes anymore. It'll just kind of sit there until pressure builds, and then maybe explode, if it even gets that far. Most likely, your bathroom's just gonna be a glorified bucket now. Showers? Done. Toilets? Nope. Brushing your teeth? With what? We're back to medieval hygiene overnight. Smelly times ahead. Then we've got the rain. Instead of those light, refreshing droplets, we're gonna get hit with water blobs. Wet rubber bullets falling from the sky. Running in the rain would turn into dodgeball with jelly grenades. Umbrellas? Well, nice decorations. I don't want to even talk about the boats. Good luck with that. Water that thickens when you push through won't be very boat-friendly. Ships would stall and motors fail. You'll need to invent bouncing vessels to even move. Like hop your way across the ocean. Which sounds ridiculous, because it is. And forget about ocean waves. The water would be too stiff to make waves, so shorelines will go quiet with no tide movement. No crash surfing, nothing. But here's the big one. Climate. Oceans do a lot more than just sit there looking pretty. They're heat machines and they soak up warmth from the sun and spread it around the globe. That's what helps regulate our weather. But now that they're not fluidy anymore, those movements would be all gone. Heat will get stuck. Things will stop circulating and storms won't form the same way as it used to. Or worse, they'd build up slower, but when they do hit, they'll come in way harder. We're talking extreme, unpredictable weather, and that's just the beginning. Because we've only talked about water, but what about the things living inside it? Well, we gotta take a second to mourn. Literally every sea creature. Because yeah, the second water turns into some kind of thick, blobby slime, the entire underwater world is done for. Aquatic life evolved in one kind of liquid. Clean, free-flowing, oxygen-carrying water. That's their whole deal. You mess with that, and it's over. Gills will be useless. They pull oxygen from water, but thick, gooey sludge won't let oxygen molecules move around easily, so fishes won't be able to breathe. Neither would anything else down there. Plankton? Gone. Jellyfish? Smothered. Krill? Forget it. And coral reefs? They'd literally suffocate. They need clean water flowing through them to survive, not this chunky mess. Now, it's not just sad fishes here, we're talking full-on food chain collapse. No base organisms means no seafood. And here's the real kicker, no oxygen. Yep, those tiny ocean organisms we ignore, they produce over half the oxygen we breathe. So as they go, so do we. And you know those peaceful aquariums with little glowing fish? Death traps now. That water's basically a slow-moving coffin. Even your pet goldfish would be bellied up in seconds. Harsh, but true. What used to be the essence of life would become this dense, choking fluid pulling the plug on everything. This will be a full-blown ecological breakdown. Once the oceans go quiet, we're next. Yes, things are getting personal now, as we all know that we are all literally walking water. Around 60% of us are made up of water, 75% of our brain and, well, our blood, mostly water with some extra ingredients. Now, if every drop of that turns into a non-Newtonian fluid, yeah, no. Our hearts would pump away, trying to circulate blood like normal, but suddenly, the more it pushes, the thicker the blood would get. And congrats, you just unlocked instant heart failure. But hey, maybe your heart's a fighter. You somehow survive. What next? Well, now we've got even bigger problems. You know the cells in the body? They don't just drink water. They depend on water moving in and out through osmosis. It's how everything works, from hydration to nutrient absorption. But if water stops flowing properly, osmosis will fail. Cells will either shrivel up or get bloated. Both are a death sentence. Organs will shut down and systems will fail. You're basically gonna get dissolved from the inside out. Slow, messy, and very, very final. And it's not just us. Every animal on land gets hit with the same internal meltdown. Birds? Insects? Mammals? Yeah, no chance. And as for the plants, it's just the same. Their roots are designed to pull up water, not some weird slime. So no water absorption means no photosynthesis, no growth, no life. Forests will wither and so will we. Basically, everything green and breathing will just stop. And just when you think it can't get any worse, surprise, it can. See, water doesn't just keep us alive. It keeps the systems that keep us alive, alive. Like waste treatment, for starters. Our sewage systems are designed to move liquid. You turn water into a goopy mess, and everything, literally everything, will back up. We're talking massive public health crises, blocked drains, disease outbreaks, the whole thing. Hospitals? Screwed. Dialysis machines stop working. Sterilization? Impossible without real water. You can't run a hospital on slime. And let's talk about bacteria for a second. Yeah, weirdly relevant. Some microbes rely on the flow of water to spread, but others? They thrive in thick, sticky environments. You might just breed superbugs that love the new goo. Antibiotic-resistant nightmare fuel, coming soon. Even if water can freeze, it wouldn't freeze the same. You'd end up with bizarre, solid gel hybrids that don't crack or melt like normal ice. Glaciers become unpredictable monsters. Avalanches get weirder and way more dangerous. Nature doesn't do takebacks. We'll be gone just like that. Everything would. It's fun to imagine, right? The whole world turning into some weird science experiment. This weirdness is all about viscosity, which is just a fancy way of saying how thick a liquid is. In non-Newtonian fluids, viscosity isn't constant. It changes based on how much stress or force you apply. It's terrifying how much we rely on water just doing its job. Water is the background character holding the entire planet together, fueling every biological process you've got. And if that one ingredient starts acting weird, even slightly, we're cooked. Everything would be useless, including us. Like, how do you even deal with that? So much of life only works because water behaves exactly how it should. Like, what do you think? What would you do?